Wherever you want to go in business, the truth is, it starts right here, right now, not someday, not when conditions are perfect, right now. But here's the challenge. Everybody asks me the same question. Should I hire an experienced VA or a starting VA? Most people, however, get this decision completely wrong. See, it doesn't matter if you're running a startup, a seven-figure company, or you're just trying to get your time back. Every entrepreneur faces the same tension. Do I pay for skill or do I build it? Today, I'm going to show you the mistakes that cost business owners thousands of dollars and years of frustration, and the framework that will help you finally choose the right VA for your business. And I'm not teaching this from theory. I've hired, trained, and worked with over 3,000 VAs across 1,000 plus clients, including leaders inside the Tony Robbins and ClickFunnels ecosystems. I've seen what works and I've seen what doesn't. So let's dive in, because once you understand the difference between a starting VA and an experienced VA, you'll know exactly who to hire, when to hire them, and how to get the best ROI every time.
But again, it is different from people to people. I love to grow people from the bottom up, and I have the patience to choose the right fit for your business. And again, some video editors, sometimes we just hire people that is experienced, right? But you just have to get them to do some portfolio to let you know, are they good? Are they not good? Jeffrey, I'll go high level and ClickFunnels web designer. Obviously, he come experienced because we don't necessarily want to train him on Whistle. I know Lisa, she come from a customer service background already, so she is doing account manager. So it's a lot easier for her to already build a relationship. Oh, and what I wanted to reiterate just now with the starting VA is that they're not just starting, they're just not an experienced VA. And again, a lot of clients say, I just can't find the right person. It is not easy to find the right person, but sometimes I feel like this is a little bit more spiritual. I keep hearing this thing called lesson is repeated until it is learned. Or with a lot of high-end clients like Richmond Dean, a speaker in ClickFunnels with Russell Brunson. We hired 7 people for him and they all work. Lauren LaHaye, who is the main host for Tony Robbins Life and Wealth Mastery for many years, we hired 3 for her and all 3 of them are good, right? However, we have some other people that we hire and we will find them 5 or 6 or 7 replacements. Because why? Because most likely you're still new, right? You don't necessarily know what you want, but you don't know what you want until you work with them, right? So then you will keep changing it until you find the right one. And sometimes it could be frustrating. Sometimes it'll be easy, but there's obviously a lesson in every single virtual assistant you work with. It is hard, but we are your business partner. We will not give up on you and, tweaking it until you're like, man, this is the perfect person. What can I do to keep this person around? And I can tell you, Grace and that, man, they are the right person for us. For the ISO position, we actually find quite a few. We Grace's position quite a few too, actually. To find an okay one is easy. To find the perfect one, it's hard. And obviously, it also depending on how picky you are. Some people say, I need to be 100%. Some say, it's okay, it's 50%. If they do the work, I'm okay. So again, it's just depending on what is the definition of the right person too. So how many of you have ever felt the frustration of searching the perfect team members? Again, it's like looking for your soulmate. Me and my husband, maybe 5 into it. My cousin, maybe 35 and still searching, right? Just depending on you. She's like, oh man, I really thought this is the right one. Apparently it's not. I'm going to the playground, play again. For me, it's like, I get one more experience. But when I start with my husband, no matter what I do, I just stuck with him. He's the perfect one, even though he's not perfect, but he's the perfect one for me. I hear you. I understand your frustration. You just have to keep changing it until you know the right equipment. Look at it as fun. Like dating is fun, right? At the very beginning, you go to a new restaurant, getting to know new people, right? Turn it into a journey, not just focusing on the result. Every time you look for the perfect team member, you get to know yourself more. You're curious about why are they frustrating you? Okay, why are they really frustrating you? And on top of that is that if you are looking for somebody polar opposite of you, completing you, they will frustrate you more than the person is just like you. Okay, that is just like you. Why am I saying this? Most of the time, husband and wife, they're polar opposite. That's why they have polarity. That's why they drive each other bananas. Same with VAs. They mostly entrepreneur, we are all personality profile. That means we're very fast. We have high energy. We're good with people. And usually what that means is you're not organized. You sometimes miss the deadline. So you want to hire somebody that's polar opposite of you that can take care of all those. However, if you're looking for people that's super organized, super detail oriented, chances is they are not a people person. So when you're like, oh my gosh, like this is amazing. Yeah. Like, right. They're like, okay, boss, this is amazing. And you're like, aren't you have more excitement for me? This is my excited face. That's all you get. And you're like, oh my God, right, this is not right. But I want to share with you, that is the perfect example and the match. If you go to my accounting department, polar opposite, or we can show you some accounting department singing videos, you'll know why you're polar opposite. One of the biggest hiring common mistake that I really want to talk about, and especially it come with like solo entrepreneur at the very beginning, is they want one size fit all, right? They want one person army virtual assistant, somebody who can do everything. Bookkeeping, social media, customer service. The truth is, this person exists, maybe. They are technically the unicorn, right? The unicorn that is just like you. Most business owners are unicorn. You can do everything because you have this desire to want to be win. So you are willing to really make everything happen. And somehow we just can figure it out. I can tell you enough that I have to keep consistently tell our clients, including my hub, that we cannot find anybody just like you, because if they are just like you, they will not be working for you. They will want to run their own business too. So what is the easiest thing to do is that you find things that you are already systematized, or you find things that is the easiest, but is the time sucker for you, that you wanted to just immediately delegate down to your VA. Like Grace, one of the big things that she do for me is emails, right? She check my emails every single day. She makes sure that my calendar is done every single day. She makes sure that the appointments I need to schedule is scheduled. And she also remind me and remind the person and make sure the confirmation is done. Those are a lot of time. And just by her taking that part down, I'm already very brief. Every time I book myself on an appointment, I either double book or I miss the appointment. But when I have Grace, I don't miss an appointment anymore. And she will stay on my Zoom call waiting for the client to come in before I come in to ensure that everything is smooth. That is what I will look for as soon as I got an EA, right? And also Grace helped me manage all my to-dos. Every morning I'll tell Grace, this is what I need to do. Hold me accountable. Be my accountability partner. Make sure I got all these things done. And she literally makes sure that I got all of them done. If not, she'll remind me over and over again. And just by that itself, without doing my social media or customer service, right, that is already like the full-time person for me anyway. Can someone be amazing at bookkeeping, top-notch marketing, and excellent customer service? The truth is, it is not possible. I'm currently at another event called Beeson, used to be a NFL player, right? Top notch. He talked about the best. What do you do with the best? And yesterday they literally talked about building a team. And somebody was really asking this question too. And they're like, no, it is really not possible. And they have a big team with them, right? A lot of them actually used to work for Tony Robbins too. And they say, man, I'm really good at course creation. I'm good at funnels. But if you tell me to go talk to people, I'm not good at it. And the other person say the same thing. I'm a good salesperson. I'm good at coaching. But if you tell me go do the course creation and all that, not for me. Like they literally were saying, like, we two people instead of one person. And sometimes if you really needed to, it might be two part-timers, but definitely not one full-time and expecting them to be excellent. And what I'm talking about is excellent, okay? Excellent in bookkeeping, excellent in marketing, excellent in customer service. But if you want somebody that's just 50% across the board or 33% across the board, you're okay with bookkeeping, just logging, you're good at marketing, responding to people and engaging with posts, and then you want them to make a couple phone calls, right? Following up people, sure, we could find somebody like that for you. Grace could be somebody like that. However, if you want Grace to know bookkeeping, you want her to figure out how to strategize social media, if you want her to be amazing at every single customer, that will exhaust her. And chances is within 3 months, she will already quit, because it's like, man, I'm pulled all over the place. Most of it, I say yes because I don't want to lose my job, but it's not my wheelhouse and I'm going to get drained out. Okay, so you want to be really careful on that part. Pro and cons on a starting VA, right? I will personally say potential, because at Grace, I love her. She's consistently growing with us, and I know where she's going with us. The pro is she's not necessarily a starting VA rate. I have to clarify that too, right? But she's definitely cost effective. It's much more cost effective compared to what I try to grow her into. Trainable, loyal. Can you tell me more? And I was like, oh, that's a really good question. Let me go through into it, right? The con is time investment, potential for mistake, and slower start. I don't like the slow start. Sometimes I would just throw a training manual or a training course and give it to my new marketing EA. I give her the brand new course and I get her to start from start to finish. Have she made mistake? Yes, she had made a terrible mistake actually just the past week. But at the same time, do I have to spend a lot of time investing in her? Yes, I do. However, with our client marketing, very cost effective. It doesn't cost $35 an hour. Like Eileen, she's very trainable and moldable. Right now, she's helping me with posting a social media post every single day, right? Most likely she's going to be loyal with me and longevity, because I grew her from the younger and going out. A lot of people stay with me because they are afraid of, is it good enough for the next client? My next client, be patient with me if there's a question. And at the same time, because she's new, she has a fresh perspective. And I love this fresh perspective, because sometimes when I work with experienced VA and I was like, I want this way, she'd be like, no, boss, this is not the right way. my way is the right way. I was like, no, this is not the right way. So then I have to consistently fighting with them, and that's not what I like. Okay. But again, there's pros and cons and everything. As for experienced EA, again, you have immediate impact and specialized skills. A lot of our clients is looking for this too. And again, if you want to look for somebody experienced, then you have to pay the experience fee. I used to have a go high level experienced EA. Immediately she's, I am looking for somebody that willing to pay me $15 an hour, but I'm really good at go high level. I know everything. You don't have to ask me. And I asked one of my clients, she's I'm good. My company running. I don't have the time to train them. I don't know about go high level. So just get me somebody that's good. So then the both side agree, right? And now they have a perfect relationship. Her name is Melinda, and she immediately fixed their go high level, worked on it. And obviously she have less oversight and she know a lot of the in and outs. My friend Zach doesn't have to relearn go high level to teach. Overall, it's higher cost, $15 an hour. Not they already have a fixed mindset and way of doing things. One of the potential is sometimes they might be job hopping because they know that they are experienced. They might have a little bit of, not everybody, but once in a while you'll get somebody that attitude or, oh, I don't want to be micromanaged. I don't want to get more job training. And then they consistently get job offers too. So sometimes they might not stay with you as long. Is there some that will stay with you? Of course. Compared to the starting VA that I grow for with them, I get more loyalty with the starting VA. A starting VA seems cheaper, but being okay at many things doesn't mean they are great at everything. So sometimes this might lead with like social work, wasted time, higher cost in the long run. So you need to know what are you in exchange. Like for Grace at the very beginning, she do more, right? And then now we're starting to nail it down to things that we know. I noticed that she's really good at, and there's things that she's not good at that I know consciously I do not give it to her anymore. And now she's going deeper and deeper with certain rules, certain things that she's doing, and no longer as realistic as I need at the very beginning. But obviously, I have a big team, right? I have about 50 people that I work with. So I have the ability to go deeper with them. But if you only have one, it will be a generalist, right? But if you have a lot of rules and regulation, then you just have to really work with them and knowing that, hey, this is what I'm looking for. Okay. But one of the big things that I really want to talk about is if you expect your EA with managing your emails, managing your calendar, managing your social media, video editing, chances is they don't have that person. They will give you a video editing job. If you're like, man, I just want them to cut it, make it clean, add a couple songs, and they can do that. But don't expect a cinematic experience. The VA selection metric, I actually really love this. My VA is learning to work with AI and talk about it. And this is what AI come up with for us. And I was like, oh, if you look at this quadrant, I always love this quadrant. On the very left, low business need. On the right, high business need. Top part, high management capacity. Bottom part, low management capacity. What does that mean? Low left, low business need, low management capacity. All you need to do for them is, actually there's more slide in the back, so we're going to talk about that. But business need means like the skills level that you require for the task that you need to delegate. Management needs means that the time that you dedicate to train them and oversee and communicate with the VAs, depending on the task that you need them to do. For very minimal management, right? Because she already have experience in customer service, and now she is talking to people. At the very beginning, she might need some overseeing on how to answer the customer, but she's just doing one part of the job really well and go deep, very deep to it. So less management, but obviously very high business, right? So again, basic VA is starting best for simple and repetitive stuff, right? If you do not want to manage them really well a lot, I will say like data entry, scheduling appointments, right? Things that you can delegate, but there's just multiple. Like she's managing my emails, managing my calendars, right? Inside, there's still quite a bit of management involved, but we also have Christian and Dexter who just do data entry and nothing else. We just teach them, hey, this is what you do, A and B. She had been working with us for 3 years. The time I spent with them, maybe an hour individually. That's it. After the first training, and that's all that they do for the rest of the career with us, actually. Starting with training focus, right there. Business need low skills, but high management capacity. That means that you need to consistently like managing them and telling them what you're looking for. Consistently create SOP, feedback, fostering a long-term relationship. Example, social media management, email marketing setup. Again, social media management, clarify when they are doing the post, you want to manage the copyright. Sound like when they are responding to a post, again, do they sound like it? If you want them to be almost 100%, it will need more management capacity. But if you're like, as long as you just say, okay, thank you, I love it, then it's love this. And then it will be experienced VA, right? This one is, again, just Melinda that I tell you. She already, it's a very still go high level. It's only you tell her what you want to set up in the go high level, she immediately just get it done. So again, you do not have to spend a lot of time talking to them. Advanced SEO, complex website management, management, financial reporting. We actually have a licensed CPA that already know in and out of accounting. So you just have to give her a book and she can manage all that for you. Very low management because accounting is accounting, not much to discuss. There's not a lot of fluid things that you need to work on. Okay? And experienced virtual assist VA that after require high management capacity, they become your virtual partner. So what we are looking for is the starting VA for our company anyway, is starting VA to become your virtual partner. Who are my virtual partners right now? I would say Monique, obviously, she's been with me for 12 years. She oversees my company. She's my COO, right? She managed all the new products, new services, also my clients, my outside clients, right? I would say that Grace is on the path to become my virtual partner. She managed everything that it relates to me, not my company. Monique relates to everything about my company. Grace managed everything relate about me, right? She knows before that I spent a lot of time training her about my mindset, why I do things, why I do certain things. And now she got all that done. She knows exactly how to get certain things done and when to work with me well. She'll be my next virtual partner. The third virtual partner that I currently have right now that after 4 years of training her, will be Rachel, right? She already know exactly when to create what, how to create it. Like this PowerPoint presentation, she created it all by herself. If you look at my it's Valentine's month, so we celebrate compassion and love. She immediately just went ahead and created the love logo without me telling her about it. And she's also planning a Valentine's training the week of the 14th for all our virtual assistants without me telling her. They are all the people who they starting to automate and run their department by themselves without me getting involved. Okay. Ask yourself, what specific tasks are you looking to delegate to a VA, right? What is your budget? Are you looking for lower budget, right? So then you just train them more, or higher budget, right? And less training, right? You pay either way. You either pay with time or what is your current management capacity and preferred management style? I love one-on-one with Grace. I spend a lot of time with her. I will meet with her a few times within the first year of our relationship. I am more hands-on as far as fluid, flexible stuff. I also have B that I don't really manage as much because I'm VP now, right? With Clark, she is my marketing EA. I don't really manage her as much, but at the same time, she didn't really have a lot of skills either, actually, because Rachel have a lot of skills and Rachel is training her. I don't manage her because Rachel is managing her. I just need to give her what I want. She verify with Rachel and then she'll get it done. Again, what are the potential risks and reward of each option in relate to your specific business? I think that is something that you need to decide for yourself. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. Okay, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. When we meet Grace, we'll joke about it. Grace, you are with your husband since high school. Oh my gosh, how is that, right? And my cousin was there too. My cousin is the person that you talk to about she handled the sales appointments, the ones doing the strategy call. I've been with maybe 35 guys before and I haven't found my right one, right? Who is right? Who has the perfect relationship? I don't know. It is just different. There's no right or wrong. It is just different. So ultimately, you just need to really ask, who are you? What do you really like? What makes you happy? The way is not necessarily the right way. It's just what is your way. One thing I learned as a business owner for about 18, 20 years, I used to want to be somebody else. Man, I want to be Tony Robbins, right? Man, I want to work like this person. I want to work like that person. Then I realized I am not that. I don't want to be Tony Robbins. Tony at that time only sleep 4 hours a day and he was going on 12 big events every year. I cannot do that. I maybe 2 events. I'm very satisfied. Better yet, virtual. I wanted to sleep 8 hours a day and spend another 8 hours with my kids. I don't want to spend so much time in my business. I'm okay with not running an extremely high performing company like Tony. Tony had 6 billion with 100 businesses. I don't think I can do that. I really 1 or 2 and I'm good. I'm happy. Is he better than me? I think most of the time he's better than me, but am I bad? No, I just who I am. Do I want to be Tony? No. Do I want to be anybody else? No, I just want to be me. My name is Phyllis, right? I want to run my business the way I want. I wanted to go travel the world 3 months or 6 months out of a year, right? And thus I built my business the way I like. I started VAs. I do not like experience because I am not experienced. I feel like I'm a C player, so I'm looking for C level EA. And now, obviously, I'm an A player now, so I'm looking for more of A player. If not, it will be A attitude player that I can mold into. Great, Isa, I do believe that they are an A player. They might not have a lot of experience in what we are doing, but they have A player attitude, and thus we draw them in, we grow them into what we are looking for. So again, there's no right or wrong. That's why we tell you we are your business partner. We will work with you until you figure out what is right for you, even if you have to change 1, 2, 5, or 10 of them. I love you. I'm going to give you compassion. What our experience is, it might not be the VA that doesn't work. A lot of times that is true. Okay. I'm not trying to put an excuse out, but if you have changed 3, 4, 5, 6 of them and it's still not working, maybe ask yourself, is it me that I'm not sure who we are looking for? Is it me that having a hard time communicating with the VA to tell them what I want? Is that me because I am a people pleaser? So I'm still learning to tell them what I truly want, because the experienced business owner that I met with so far, they're very good with telling the EA directly what they want and noticing the gap and tell the people directly, and then they can tweak it very immediately. But hey, we start somewhere. It's okay to fail. It's okay to not work out. It's okay to start over until you figure it out. This is the reason why, sometimes business does take time to build. And what we wanted to tell you is we are here for you. We're here no matter what you're looking for. If it doesn't work, share with us. I can give you my experience, insights on whether it's the VA that doesn't work or what you need to tweak on your expectation, how you work with them, so we can integrate them just for you. I would say out of all the agency out there, I know there's a lot of agency. I will say we're the most fluid and most flexible to work with you. We're just gonna push you another VA, but we're not gonna figure out, or we're not gonna hear what you're looking for. We're just gonna throw somebody at you and in hope that it's gonna work out. If it doesn't, just suck it up. Just work with that person. That's not what we want. If there's a but, tell us. We'll fix it, or we'll train the VA to make sure that they are the right fit for you. They are your virtual partners. They are technically your husband or your wife, right? They are technically the person that work with you for the rest of your life if you choose to. That's what I have. It's 35 minutes. I hope video editor can cut it down into a shorter version, and then we're putting this into our training. And also anytime our talent manager run into issue, or if our client is having question about what kind of VA they should be hiring, this will be the video that we'll be sharing. And if you're watching this, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We do have a link on asking questions. So for the next few weeks, feel free to bring us any question that you have, whether it's the VA doesn't work out, whether it's should I hire another EA, should I hire the third one, whatever that is, bring the question in or submit your question so that we can answer those questions for you during this coaching call, and the rest will be history. Okay. So what I said, right? See, like my Rachel know what I was talking about. Remember, there's no one size fit all answer. The best VA choice based on your need and your capacity, and use the metric to strategize. It's like she reading my mind. I didn't even tell her, and she created this. I'm just so in love. Oh, and by the way, we went to Philippines and we hired I was saying, hey, let's do a photo shoot. And Rachel, my marketing VP, find makeup artist, videographer, and a photographer. We took a bunch of amazing photos, and now we have photo stock for our website. And even though I don't feel like this person looked exactly like me, but ultimately that is me. I went to 2 Filipino trips. One of them, I tell them exactly what I want already. And again, so everything goes by smooth. We do not know the place doesn't have good internet. The second one, everything is frozen. And this is the first time they are organizing a trip. And they just say, whatever our VA thing is good, we're just going to do it. And it is amazing for local Filipino, but it wasn't good for just came from Hong Kong, and we just have an extreme culture shock. And again, that is the big difference. To answer your question, if you're very easy, flexible people, like I would say, if the trip, right, we went to Surigao, it's a small island. If I bring only my cousin, it will be the best time of her life, because that is where she likes. But if we have brought 60 and 70-year-old parents, that was the worst place that we could have put them in. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's great. But what is the definition of great? Is it great in the eyes of 30-year-old? Is it great in the eye of 50 years old? It's very different. Without those level, the standard context, the VA will not catch what great means to you. And again, sometimes I feel like, man, why would we say something like that? That's me. But in order for your EA to serve you well, you need to show her the side of you that you might not really want other people to see too, but you really need them to know. Like Grace know when I will get stressed out, when I will curse, how I like certain things to be done. Yeah, I know one of my training videos I share with you, I don't like to type a lot. And my answer on WhatsApp is very short. Okay, got it. I don't really like to think, especially when I'm traveling. So she know all my trigger point and all the question that she asked me. Of course, you don't see the side of me, because I show you the best part of me. This is the part of me, that everybody loves. You get what I'm saying? But if I show this part to my EA all the time, they will not be able to serve me. I'll be frustrated because they don't know how to serve me well. But if you look at like the chat that Grace and I had, she literally will say A is yes, B is no, C is ask again in 3 days. And I give her A, B, or C. If she now asks me an open-ended question, it's because she really have no idea. But if she asks me 3 open-ended questions, I will grow bunkers. Why ask me on this? I will ignore her because I don't have the time, or block myself from that question. She'll retweak it, ChatGPT about it, and ask me again until she get an answer for me. I'll say that's an ugly side of me because I'm always on the go and very forgetful. When discussing something, it has to be black and white because I am very forgetful. So a lot of times she actually have to catch me. And sometimes she literally like screenshot and say, boss, look, you told me about this. It might not be, but you have already changed your mind at that moment when I'm executing this task. This is what you said. I am decisive. Every time I decide something, 2 days later, I might decide something else. They have to catch me and say, boss, when I execute this, this is what you decided. So again, show them the ugly side of you. And again, if they are not okay with the ugly side of you, that means that it's time to replace. If they don't understand you, cannot handle the ugly side of you, then replacement is needed. We are actually going to be practicing presenting in front of people so that story will be used for social media and everything else. But anyway, I love you all and I look forward to talk to you soon. Okay. Bye-bye.